So you are planning for a new single EP or album release. For questions regarding today's broadcast, you are welcome to type your comments in the chat below and I'll do my best to respond in a timely fashion. I'm specifically interested in communicating this segment with the music and entertainment audience because many a times I've encountered musicians who have released great product and have not gained any traction, monetary views, listenership, etc. on their recordings. Welcome to Reggae I-ration, the global home to Music Biz Talk 360. The premise of the show is designed to deliver knowledgeable information to a general audience, keeping individuals abreast to relevant subjects, changes, and development within shared industries. I am Dr. Empress Rose, an award-winning broadcast presenter of the film, music, and entertainment industries. One might say my approach is selfless. My primary aim is to communicate important pressing issues to an audience who are in need of immediate answers, to delve into information that may include subjects where the general audience may be unaware. I am happy that you are tuned in today. Welcome to Reggae I-ration's Music Biz Talk 360. Well, the new year is here, and so there are various artists and musicians who are on edge in wait to get out their next big release. This is the one. I can feel it. And you may be correct. But are you prepared to do the work beyond the studio recording? Do you know the difference between a good song and a great song? Well, I've got two responses: consistency and marketing. Strategically, music promotion is a long-term approach. Within the next 10 minutes, you'll learn why and as well discover known strategies to implementing the 4 P's of marketing. The 4 P's of marketing: place. As it applies to a place, it is your distributor. Product, price, and promotion. I'll revisit in volume another day and time the 4 P's, but for today, let's focus on the majors to concentrate on for an upcoming single EP or album release project.
Let Jah arise, and all his enemies shall scatter. From you hear the voice, you should know this is G-Ray, the revolutionary artist out of Jamaica, and you're listening to the Reggae I-ration show, Music Biz Talk 360, with your award-winning broadcast presenter, none other than Dr. Empress Rose. Keep it locked, keep connected, tune in. We coulda gone long time, but Jah keep we going. Mystic moving like the cool wind. Serious, I'm not joking. Blessing a flow like fountain. Keep it locked. Gone long time, but Jah keep we going. Mystic moving like the cool wind. Serious, I'm not joking. Blessing a flow like fountain. No care where the bad mind people are chat say. A chapter a day for the journey. Archangels surround we. Jah the king for the army. When I look in the book of life.
Firstly, there are many distributors out there, and you should be picking the best distribution that fits your release. Why not? With effective planning, especially if you are an independent, that's where you would start. Yeah. Effective promotion takes months, if not a year. And I know to some persons listening, they think that sounds crazy. No, it's not. Do you know that I plan my promotions a year in advance? For my recent Behind Closed Doors spoken word album, it was planned a year in advance. Yes, it gained 4 Grammy consideration, but in relation to the 4-piece was very much exercised. And the one thing that was a spare of the moment and that was a major issue on this project was distribution. It wasn't the distribution's fault. I neglected that important subject. But the main thing that worked for me was the fact that I planned ahead. What happens when you plan ahead? There's room to fix mistakes, room to get the project out, room to make adjustments along the way. Bearing in mind that all adjustments that may be costly may become very costly. So, free game of advice: research and locate the distribution that will work perfectly for your release. Now, what are the components that are needed for distribution? Your distributor will have on each of their platforms something that gives the dimensions that say your cover art and your artwork should be in JPEG or PNG and what the dimensions should be. Another thing that's of importance is to get your music mastered, an emphasis on mastered. As a radio podcast presenter, I can tell you how many times I've received unmastered tracks. Now, for a great sound, a mastered track is 44.1 kilohertz. And that's a 16-bit stereo wave file or FLAC, FLAC file. So if you check your distributor's request, it will tell you, the variations that's needed for the upload in terms of the requirement to upload that product to their distribution. So now that you are ready to sign up for distribution, you have had your finished product in hand, and it's time to sign up for the distribution, giving yourself at least 6 to 8 weeks in advance. I know, yes, you would like to release your music yesterday. We have just come out of the holidays, November and December, and you sat by and you wait and you're ready to go. And you can try it in terms of, wanting to put your release out there and get it going. However, my suggestion will always be to, use that window, that 6 to 8 window, to ensure that you will gain some traction on the release. Why is that? So why 6 to 8 weeks in advance? That creates ample time to market and promote, plus to get other exciting things in gear. A reminder as well is to ensure that you're entering the proper metadata within the product. Now, some of the distributor platforms actually assist with primary metadata. And if you're unsure of the metadata to use, in the upcoming weeks, I'll be vibing right here on Reggae I-ration with a metadata specialist who will talk about the importance of metadata. If you would like to ensure you do not miss this important metadata special, go ahead and leave your comment below, and I'll be sure you receive a personal notification of the event happening. As well, you are most welcome to subscribe to my channel. So now it is that you have signed up for your distribution, and within the next 10 to 14 days, the distributor is working on getting your music into the various platforms. It's always important during this time to go back and review your submission in its entirety, even after you have made your submission. There are times where there are unforeseen issues, and here you are presented a window of opportunity to double and triple check. And if within this window you recognize that there's some issue and you have to take down and go back to the distributor and say, listen, I realize there was an issue and I would like to take back, my release. Now it is that depending on how fast they have worked, it may have actually gone to the store. So they have to pull it back, and that may take 2 weeks to a month. So the rule of thumb is always to ensure that everything is ready to go before making the submission. But while it is that you have made a submission and you're giving yourself still enough time that it hasn't hit the platforms as yet, you want to give yourself enough time that if anything happens, you can pull it back. And not later down the road, because then it becomes much harder, because you have now put out the product. You may have put money behind it, you may have put time behind it, and you have to take it all down again. But within this 2-week period, as well, you are now planning for your PR campaign. And if some of these things that I'm about to tell you, in terms of your PR, that you haven't considered, it gives you time as well to go shop around and look for persons who may be interested in giving you some free PR work, or a PR if you have the monies to pay for it, right? So now the real PR campaign begins. Excited? Well, this should be fun, right? Well, no matter your location, you should be pitching to your local and international audiences. You should be prepared to engage a worldwide audience. And how so? What are some of the easy ways to attract the international audience to listen to your release? Well, the media. What makes up the media are the components. We have press releases, blogs, album review. Most recently I read somewhere where someone says that no person no longer reads album reviews. I do. And I think it should be a primary tool to encourage an audience to listen and purchase your music release. And some other things to consider as well is if you have a written album review, is that you can use it to gain some traction and gain exposure into the arts and entertainment section of a newspaper or even a magazine. Yeah. You send them the article, you don't know what may happen. They may include it in their arts and entertainment section of their newspaper and as well a magazine. So, yes. Another media to consider: podcasts, blogs, and radios. Now, it doesn't matter how small or how big they are. Get on the ball and make things happen. Reach out and make your request, no matter how far-fetched you think it may be. You will be surprised who says yes. So now it is that you have now started your PR campaign. You have uploaded your product. You are waiting on the distributor to get it in all the platforms, and the PR campaign has begun. Within 10 to 14 days, right, you would like to go ahead, and one of the first things that you would like to do is to create a Spotify pre-save. Now, here's your chance to allow your fans to save your music on Spotify before it's released. As you continue to spread the word, as you upload to Spotify, there's a link that you could share to numerous audiences. And you could do this through different mediums. Email contacts, social media, yes? Attaching that link in different stores and driving traffic so persons can save it. As well, various groups. You have IG who now have the group thing going. Facebook have the group thing going. You have WhatsApp groups. And you could also do your friends and families as well. By now, I hope you have realized that you have exhausted a whole month between uploading to the distributor and your PR work as well. Yes, a month, but wait, there's more, right? So one of the next things to consider is claiming your streaming profiles if you have not done so. What do I mean by your streaming profiles? Having a profile on the Apple Music platform, Spotify, and Amazon, places like that as well. So it's important to update. If you already have a profile and there are things in there that you have changed, throughout your last release, or things that need updating, now is a perfect time to do it. And if you don't have a profile and you would like to secure one, YouTube, right? You can contact for an official artist channel. And Apple profile, you can go to Apple Music for Artists. Type in Apple Music for Artists within Google, and it should walk you through, how to acquire that. And then you have the Spotify as well, Spotify profile, where you have Spotify for artists. You can apply for your Spotify for artists profile. As well, Amazon Music for artists for Amazon profile. Now, depending on your distributor as well, that's it for profiles, but depending on your distributor, you may be able to upload lyrics to your songs. And it's of importance. Sometimes you have a fan that is so interested in what you're saying, and they would like to click and be able to know what the lyrics, and they could sing along as well. Well, if the service is not allowed by your distributor where you can upload your lyrics, you can check out various digital services such as Music Match, Lyrical Hub, and some other places. If you are an engineer or a proficient producer, you can go ahead and enter your lyrics while updating the metadata from your DAW. Additionally, you can enter the lyrics, say, in Apple Music for Artists once you have obtained a profile as well. If you haven't obtained a profile, you can also access the other section of your release where it is that you can update your lyrics to your song as well. So now it is time for our next move, and the next move would be to pitch your song to Spotify. Now, when you're pitching your song to Spotify for playlisting, it's usually you would like to give them at least 7 days before the release, right? And unless you have been living under a rock, you would have missed the opportunity to pitch to this Spotify playlist, which is now proving to be a safer way to go, since Spotify have made the recent move to penalize persons, including labels, who have embraced artificial streaming. Yes, Spotify is cracking down on that. So to be safe and not in any danger, it's best that you consider pitching to the playlist. Now, for the playlist itself, and free game and something to consider. While awaiting your pitch to be confirmed or denied, not because you pitch to Spotify means that you will be confirmed and get on their playlist. It may be denied, and you want to set yourself up if you are denied as well. And so you never know, and preparation is the key. So go ahead, and what you would like to do is create a playlist related to your music. Now, if you need some pointers to choose songs similar to your song that you have put in for a release that would fit that specific playlist, I got you. Drop the comment below, and I will walk you through how it is that you can create a playlist that your song will fit perfectly within the playlist when created. And then on the release date, all you have to do is add your release to that playlist, and voila, your playlist is ready to be shared. So now that all those steps are in place, it's time to get a smart link. Now, some distributors are able to provide such. What is a smart link? The smart link will give the link to each store that your product was delivered. Not every smart link give every store. However, it's important that you exercise the ability for your listener to have options. So here they are given various options. They can listen in Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Deezer, whereas Africa, they are prone to listen in Deezer depending on the country. Some are able to listen in iTunes, and Jamaica, they more go towards YouTube Music. That is the purpose of the smart link, so that they do not have to go far. Everything is right in front of them. So if you are with a distributor who does not provide smart link, you can kindly check out Linkfire. And Linkfire, you can grab can be able to upload and figure it out as you go along with getting some of your smart links there, and so you will be able to continue your promotions. Now, a side note, you are now on week 6 through 8. So there you go. It's just that simple. You have exercised all those options within 6 to 8 weeks. And just to run through real quick, It is that you would sign up your product for distribution once you have the cover art and your music is mastered and you're ready to go. You sign up for distribution. Then after that, within 10 to 14 days, while the product is being delivered to the various platforms and you're preparing for your PR work, you would like to go back and double check as well to ensure that the product is okay in its entirety and there are no unforeseen issues. Then you would start your PR campaign next. Your PR campaign, you would look for, if you can't write a press release, or you can find somebody who could write your press release. You look for blogs. You look for somebody that can review your album as well. Why? You can take your press release. You can write somebody that has written a blog about you or the album release, and you can pitch it to, say, your local newspaper, even international papers that has arts and entertainment section, and maybe looking for content as well to include in their newspaper and or magazine. Another media outlets to consider is podcasts, blogs, and radio. And no matter how small or how big the audience is, it's always good to get onto something that has to do with media. So again, get on the ball, reach out, and no matter how far-fetched it is, reach out to persons. They will accommodate you. The next thing after that is around 10 to 14 days after the release has been given and the platforms and stuff like that, you would like to go ahead and create your Spotify pre-save. And with this link, you would start sending it out to email contacts, social media, various groups, friends, families, and all of those good places and good people, right? And an important note next is to claim your profiles. Claim your streaming profiles because they are of importance, and it's also good to share directly from the streaming platforms as well. So streaming platforms, YouTube, you could go ahead and apply for an official artist channel if you do not have one already. Apple profile, you would like to go Apple Music for Artists, Spotify for Artists, Amazon Music for Artists. And if you already have a profile on these platforms, you would like to double check and update where necessary. Okay, and as well now, depending on the distributor, they may not have an option where you can add lyrics to your song. If you are an engineer, or if you're familiar with you can ask your engineer as well. And if you're a proficient producer, you can upload your lyrics within the DAW as when you update your metadata as well. And as well, you can go into Apple, and as you upload your songs or whatever, you can also add the lyrics within there. As you apply for your Apple profile as well, you'll be able to add lyrics within there as well. And now you would like to pitch your song to, the Spotify playlisters. And it's always good to try for, that as well. But you would like to do it at least 7 days before the release and prepare that. You may not get onto any of the playlists. You would like to prepare yourself for that. So another way you can prepare for this as well, and should be considered free game, it is that you would create your own playlist by creating a playlist with songs that are similar to your songs, right? And in that case, if you would like to reach out to me, if you do not know how to, I will walk you through how to get it done. And next, you would like to, once it is that your song is now out there, you would like to create a smart link. A smart link, some of the distributors actually come with options for a smart link. But if you have a distributor who does not provide, please check out Linkfire, where you can use a free option and you can upload your song, and it gives you a few places where you can locate your songs that would be on various platforms as well. And now that all of that is all set, it's time to send out your music and enjoy. If you have enjoyed this video and you felt as if my knowledgeable expertise were equally applied, do leave a comment below, and you are welcome to subscribe and share. If you wish to suggest a topic to explore for future feature, kindly comment or make contact using the necessary social media handles and or other provisional contact. Thanks for lending to me. your listening ear. This has been Reggae I-ration's Music Biz Talk 360. I am your host, award-winning broadcast presenter, Dr. Empress Rose.